Hey guys, it's Kim, and I am jumping on today to talk about something that we are starting in our book club this next week. And I felt like it was a great thing to jump on and talk about today, which is boundaries and having healthy boundaries. If you read my book, you know that it was way into my adult life when the book Boundaries for Kids had come out, and I was like, yes, I'm getting that. And let me figure out how to help my kids have good boundaries. And the minute I started reading it, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have any boundaries. And so I had to go back to the store and get the Boundaries for Adults. And it was so empowering and really life changing for me to start having boundaries. I was definitely what some call the yes girl at that point in my life. And so, whether it was something at fundraising at my kids' school, whether it was coaching a team, whether it was taking on another project at work, whether it was, helping do something else, I always said yes. And that was very much the people pleaser in me and the need to, a little bit of the martyr too, right? So it was a little bit of the people pleaser wanting to make sure that I was keeping everybody happy and doing what I thought they wanted me or needed me to do. But it also was that, wow, okay, look at all that Kim's doing. And so, it definitely was that yucky martyr side of me as well. But what I wanted to talk about today is just there was something that somebody taught me, gosh, 3 or 4 years ago, probably maybe even longer than that. And it was a workshop that I was attending, and it was something that they said that I wanted to share with you that just made a lot of sense to me. And please don't get me wrong, there are definitely times when we need to serve others, and we're not going to be excited about doing what we need to do to take care of someone or to help someone out, but it's just the right thing to do, so we do it. That's not what I'm talking about today. But I am, because we talk so much about self care and making sure that we can be the best versions of ourselves. There was like I said, there was an instructor that talked about one time, if you are being asked to do something, whether it's a task or to join a committee or be part of a fundraiser or have a certain seat on a board or whatever it is, check yourself before you say yes. And, some of us are fall back on the, oh, well, let me pray for it for a day or whatever. But we still don't really dig deep to say, is this really good for me right now? And some of you do, and that's awesome. But if you are the yes girl right now, I really want to encourage you that over the next coming weeks and months, if you're asked to do something, see how you feel in your spirit. Is it something that you're like, yeah, I would really love to do that, or that sounds exciting, or you get pumped, you get energized by it? Then odds are you should say yes to it and make the time and carve out the time and do it. If it's something that you're asked to do and you just immediately feel like a heaviness and you're like, okay, let me think about it, let me pray about it, and you feel pressure to do it rather than a desire to do it, odds are you probably need to say no to that. And probably because you're already doing too much at the time and taking on one more thing, your mind and your body know that you really can't take on one more thing. And so I just thought it was great advice, and I have stuck with that ever since I heard it. So if I'm asked to do something, I'm really quick to say, God, how do I feel about doing that? Do I want to do it? And if I don't, then I'm a definite no on it. So that was it. I just wanted to share a little bit about boundaries because that's what we're talking about this week in our book clubs and our lessons learned. And boundaries are good for us. They're good for our kids. They help us have better relationships. They help us speak clearly about what our needs are and our wants. And so, again, it's just a great way to make sure you're taking care of yourself, and that because doing that, taking care of yourself, makes you a better version of yourself, which helps you be a better mom, a better wife, better at your job, whatever it is. It's important. And so I just want to encourage you today to start setting your boundaries. I think it's Rachel Hollis that says, slow your yes and say no. So that was it. I hope you're having a fabulous day. Thanks.